Do you guys still talk, or is it kind of a little resistance right now? Because
I ain't spoke with him in about a month.
Oh.
Maybe about a month.
The fallout between Lil Wayne and Birdman went way deeper than contracts or cash. It turned dark, dangerous, and personal. After rumors spread that Birdman allegedly put a hit on Wayne, new footage surfaced showing that Wayne might have been ready to clap back for real. What started as a mentor and protege bond twisted into a wild street-level feud, and it all traces back to one night that shook the rap world.
I didn't never want the music business to interfere with my relationship with my son anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I love him to death. I raised him. So that's something I personally have to do because I don't ever want that, because right now it's affecting our personal relationship.
Right.
The infamous bus shooting that changed everything. April 26, 2015 seemed like a regular night. Wayne had just wrapped a concert at Compound nightclub in Atlanta, rocking the stage like usual. But hours later, chaos exploded on I-285 North around 3:30 a.m. Two of Wayne's tour buses, packed with 12 people, came under heavy fire. Bullets from .40 caliber and 9mm handguns tore through both vehicles. But by some miracle, nobody got hit.
What's
We
that?
see each other every day.
Who?
Man, Wayne, we work right next to the door to
Really?
each other at the studio.
Are you serious? So if you're in like Studio A and he's in Studio B, y'all be there at the same time,
Yeah,
and y'all don't talk to each other?
every night.
The man behind the trigger? Jimmy, Pee-wee Roscoe Winfrey, Young Thug's tour manager and a known YSL Bloods affiliate. Authorities said the buses had police escorts that night because of threats at the venue, and witnesses even spotted Winfrey earlier clutching an assault rifle near a white 2015 Chevy Camaro. Winfrey allegedly warned Wayne himself, saying, "It's my city, keep round, I'll spray the bus." Not long after the escort peeled off near Atlanta Road, Winfrey reportedly pulled up next to the buses and unloaded multiple rounds. He then fled.
Right, they're saying during the call, Birdman is saying, time for you to come out here and get your money. You did everything you could do, boss. Now,
And he's calling
according
from
to
jail.
Yeah.
Right, ditching the Camaro at a family member's garage and desperately trying to wipe an Instagram pic of the car before disappearing to Miami. What a night. That same wild night, chaos followed the crew everywhere. While Lil Wayne's buses were under fire, Young Thug was getting booed off stage in New Orleans. Fans were chanting for Wayne loud and clear. The tension was boiling over in public. Just months later, on July 30th, 2015, things exploded legally too. Jimmy, Pee-wee Roscoe Winfrey got slammed with a massive indictment in Cobb County, 30 charges in total. We're talking about 3 RICO violations, 8 counts under the Street Gang Terrorism Act, 12 aggravated assaults, 2 counts of criminal property damage, plus firearm possession during a felony and possession by a felon.
I believe that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Birdman really loves Wayne in that way. I believe that he would not want Lil Wayne harmed in that way, and I don't think he would associate with somebody who tried to do harm to Lil Wayne.
That's a mountain of charges, but it didn't stop there. Prosecutors dropped a bombshell. The indictment named Birdman and Young Thug as unindicted co-conspirators. According to the case, Winfrey acted on Thug's threats to boost his gang rank and collect a payout. The motive? Wayne's massive $51 million lawsuit that was shaking Cash Money Records to its core. Prosecutors hinted Birdman might have leaned on Thug and Winfrey to pressure or even eliminate Wayne. The evidence started stacking up fast. Phone records showed Winfrey called Young Thug 8 times in just 12 minutes before the shooting.
According to Alvin Lewis, he's saying that Birdman promised Jimmy Winfrey $250,000 and a Porsche, and that was for the shooting.
Where's he getting this information from?
I have no idea.
Exactly, man. You can't be believing these second, third-hand sources.
And right after that, he dialed Birdman's phone while driving toward the hotel where Wayne's crew was trying to lay low. In June 2015, Thug even dropped a music video featuring Winfrey waving an assault rifle, and the lyrics, "Pop him in the noggin," had everyone wondering if it was a direct shot at Wayne. Instagram posts added even more heat, flashing guns and bold threats, all tied to YSL, a subset of the Bloods. Then in September 2018, things got even crazier when a leaked phone call between Birdman and Winfrey surfaced, and fans went wild trying to piece together what really went down that night. That phone call became a key piece of evidence. It was dug up through a civil lawsuit filed in 2016 by Alvin Lewis, the tour bus driver, who claimed deep emotional trauma from that terrifying night. Lewis went straight after Birdman, Young Thug, and Winfrey, and several connected companies, accusing him of putting his life at risk.
Do you guys still talk, or is it kind of a little resistance right now because...
I ain't spoke with him in about a month. Maybe about a month.
He even alleged the Birdman promised Winfrey $250,000 and a Porsche as payment for the job. That's a serious claim. But Birdman's camp wasn't having it. A source told TMZ that the call was in no way referring to the bus shooting. It was about unrelated business or encouragement. They doubled down, insisting Birdman didn't believe Winfrey was the shooter and would never be caught up with anyone trying to harm Wayne. Birdman flat out denied any involvement and even said he'd help with the investigation. Young Thug also called the whole situation outrageous, but the evidence circling him painted a messy and suspicious picture. As for Winfrey, his legal ride was a roller coaster. In 2015, he pled guilty and got 10 years in prison plus 10 years probation.
A friend of mine's introduced me to Wayne, so when I first met him, he became like my son. Like, you know, in New Orleans, we don't have fathers a lot.
But that conviction didn't stick. It was overturned in 2018 for being coerced. Then in 2020, he pled guilty again to gang terrorism, scoring time served and probation. Fast forward to 2024, and Winfrey pled guilty once more, this time in the massive YSL RICO case that had the rap world buzzing. Even with all those twists, Birdman and Young Thug were never hit with criminal charges. The district attorney looked at the connections, but said the evidence just wasn't strong enough to prove more than association.
Just like that father-son. He had all the autistic at 11 years old when he first rapped to me. He was able to flow, able to change his flow.
Still, the case wouldn't stay buried. It resurfaced during Thug's 2022 to 2024 YSL RICO trial, where the bus shooting got called an overt act in an alleged gang conspiracy. Then in August 2025, an old 2015 interview video popped back online, showing Thug mentioning that he heard Winfrey was the shooter. That clip sparked huge snitching accusations, but Thug quickly shut it down, saying he was only defending his brother. Winfrey even backed him up, saying Thug was clean as Listerine.
You and Wayne had like a kiss thing going on.
First of all, my own born son,
Yes.
I would kiss him.
Right.
I know you got a child, you probably kiss him. You probably got a son and you kiss him.
Yeah.
You heard me? I always looked at Wayne as my son, and I always looked at it like, because I was in the streets, and I thought this might be it.
That bus shooting flipped everything upside down. It turned a money feud into something deadly, something that left a permanent mark on hip-hop. Whether Birdman or Young Thug were really involved still spark arguments today, but there's no denying the impact. That once tight father and son bond between Wayne and Birdman, the duo that built an empire from nothing, was now tied to gunfire, betrayal, and blood. It all goes back decades to the roots. Young Dwayne Carter, just a kid from Hollygrove, first met Birdman around 1991 when he was only 9 years old.
I just smoke, drink, and record. Yeah. I don't write nothing down, so it's just something I do. I record so damn much.
The connection came through the buzzing New Orleans rap scene. Some say it happened through local rapper Lil Slim, who was already making moves in the city. Others swear it was Wayne's stepdad, Reginald Rabbit McDonald, who knew Birdman and his brother from the streets. Either way, that meeting would rewrite hip-hop history. From that moment on, Wayne and Birdman's past were locked in. Mentor and prodigy, family by loyalty, not blood. Birdman and his brother Slim Williams had just launched Cash Money Records in the heart of the Magnolia Projects. It was 1991, and the New Orleans sound was exploding. Bounce music, gangster rap, street hustle energy everywhere.
You got the Like For the Like Sun album coming in, baby.
Cash Money wasn't built in boardrooms. It was born in the grind. They were pressing up vinyls, selling them hand to hand, block to block, turning local heat into a movement. Every beat and bar came straight from the pavement. Real struggle, real ambition, real talk. It wasn't polished industry music, it was raw storytelling from the South's hardest corners. And right in the middle of it all was a young Wayne, spitting rhymes sharp enough to grab attention even back then. The kid from Hollygrove had fire in his words and hunger in his eyes, and Birdman saw it instantly.
From day one, I guess I've been blessed to be keeping with the uprise with the music business. And Drake just did $1 million, been #1 for the last 8-9 weeks. Nicki in the Lab. I got a little situation with Wayne we got to get in order, but I'm looking forward to doing that.
Straight up, Lil Wayne caught Birdman's attention in the most legendary way. Instead of chasing him down in person, young Wayne was leaving freestyles on Birdman's answering machine. These weren't no random raps. These were straight-up survival stories from a kid fighting to escape the trap. Back in New Orleans at that time, the streets only gave you 3 choices: the pen, the grave, or somehow making it out through sports or music. Wayne chose the mic, and that changed everything. By 1993, when he was just 11 years old, Wayne officially signed to Cash Money Records as part of the BGs alongside Christopher Dorsey, aka BG. That move made him the youngest artist ever on the label. Their debut project, True Story, 1995, was raw and gritty, full of tales that mirrored New Orleans' high crime reality. Wayne's verses already carried pain, confidence, and ambition beyond his years. But then, tragedy hit hard. In 1995, Wayne's stepfather, Reginald, aka Rabbit, was murdered, and it shattered him. The loss pushed young Wayne into deep despair, even leading to a suicide attempt. In that dark moment, Birdman stepped in and became more than a mentor. He became a father figure. By age 12, Wayne was calling him Daddy and Pops. The bond was real and the world could feel it. From there, Cash Money's rise was unstoppable. In 1998, Birdman and Slim locked down a historic $30 million deal with Universal Records, taking their street-built label to national dominance. That same year, Juvenile's 400 Degrees went 4 times platinum, putting the South on fire. The following year, the Hot Boys, Juvenile, BG, Turk, and Wayne dropped Guerrilla Warfare, another platinum hit that cemented their legacy. By 1999, 17-year-old Wayne dropped his solo debut, The Block Is Hot, and it went platinum too. His grind was unmatched, and his connection with Birdman only grew tighter. Wayne often called Birdman my brother from another, showing just how deep their loyalty ran. But in 2006, that loyalty sparked controversy when a viral photo of Birdman and Wayne sharing a kiss hit the internet. Fans went wild, but Wayne shut it down quick, explaining it was familiar, nothing more, just love and respect between father and son figures. Wayne kept leveling up. By 2005, he was president of Cash Money and launched his own imprint, Young Money Entertainment. Then came the new generation, Drake and Nicki Minaj, both signed in 2009, turning the label into a global powerhouse. And when the Carter 3 dropped in 2008, selling over 1 million copies in his first week, Wayne didn't just make history, he rewrote it. In 2006, Birdman and Lil Wayne dropped their joint album, Like Father, Like Son, and it was a full-blown statement about who they were to each other. The title said it all. Birdman was the pops, Wayne was the son, and together they were living proof that loyalty and hustle could build an empire straight from the mud. The project hit #3 on the Billboard 200 and went gold, proving their formula was unstoppable.
At some point, we're going to get together. It ain't like we enemies. We definitely not enemies.
Right, I hear you.
In no kind of way. But like I said, at the end of the day, before it's all said and done for me, he's what I came in the game with, and he what I want to leave in the game.
The album's hit single, Stuntin' Like My Daddy, became an anthem. It shot up to #21 on the Hot 100 and even snatched a BET Viewer's Choice Award. The track was pure bragging rights, Wayne flexing bars about being just like his daddy, while Birdman matched his energy, dripping in ice and confidence. Same swag, same grind, same boss mentality. Together, they defined what Southern Flash looked like in the mid-2000s. The whips, the chains, the designer fits, all of it screamed success. Cash Money wasn't just a label, it was a lifestyle. They set the blueprint for rap luxury and excess. And Wayne, he was front and center, the golden child of Birdman's vision, the living proof that his system worked. But while the world saw shine, behind the scenes, the cracks were starting to show. Cash Money had a history that wasn't so pretty once the cameras turned off. Rumors started spreading about shady money moves. Artists like Juvenile, Manny Fresh, and BG all accused the label of playing with their checks. Juvenile left not once, but twice, even suing for $10 million in back royalties, claiming Birdman was living lavish while the artists who built the empire were barely getting paid. Even Manny Fresh, the genius producer who crafted that iconic Cash Money sound, dipped out in 2005, tired of unpaid fees and broken promises. The shine was bright, but the shadows behind it were getting darker every year. BG didn't hold back either. He called out what he saw as straight-up exploitation, saying Cash Money's roots in street hustling shaped how they ran business. It wasn't some corporate-style label, it moved like a street operation. Birdman himself had a history, with old arrests for drug possession and connections to some heavy hitters in the game. The label had that raw edge, and with that came a whole different kind of code. Traditional business ethics, they didn't always apply to how Cash Money moved. While others started bailing out, Lil Wayne stayed down. Through all the rumors, lawsuits, and exits, he stood by Birdman's side. He wasn't just loyal, he loved Birdman like real family. He trusted him completely, with every deal, every dollar, every dream. But that same loyalty that made him great would later turn into his biggest downfall. Fast forward to 2012, when Universal inked a massive deal worth somewhere between $100 and $200 million. This was supposed to be the jackpot, a deal that gave Wayne full power to expand his empire. The money was meant to fund his label, sign fresh talent, and push top-tier production and marketing. Wayne had the vision, and now he had the budget to make it happen. But soon after, things got messy. Wayne later claimed that Birdman finessed the funds, using that cash to keep Cash Money afloat instead of investing it into Young Money. And if that wasn't enough drama, Wayne said Birdman went even further, using the money to promote Young Thug as his replacement. That move hit deep. Young Thug had just signed to Birdman's Rich Gang imprint, and word spread fast that Birdman was grooming him as the next Wayne. For Wayne, that felt like the ultimate betrayal. Birdman was playing chess while everyone else was still learning the rules. He was hedging his bets, setting up a future where Lil Wayne might not be the centerpiece anymore. And Wayne felt that betrayal deep. Imagine dedicating your whole life to someone you called daddy, only to feel like he was replacing you. By 2014, the tension exploded over one thing, the Carter 5. Wayne was beyond frustrated, feeling trapped in a deal that started to look like a cage. The album was supposed to drop in May 2014, then got pushed to December, but Birdman kept blocking it, straight holding it hostage. Wayne said he turned in the album, it was finished, ready to go, yet Birdman refused to release it. Nobody could make sense of it. Some insiders claim Birdman was trying to renegotiate Wayne's contract to get more control. Others thought it was punishment, payback for Wayne wanting out of Cash Money after decades of loyalty. Whatever the motive, Wayne was feeling cornered, like a prisoner inside the empire he helped build. That frustration turned to open war, and the seeds of one of hip-hop's most explosive beefs were officially planted. What started as a father-son bond built in the trenches of New Orleans was now tearing apart over millions of dollars, power, and pride. The love that built Cash Money had turned toxic. Accusations of theft, betrayal, and even whispers of attempted murder started swirling. The same empire that once repped unity and success was cracking right in front of the world. And when it all finally fell apart, it wasn't quiet. It was loud, public, and dangerous. Real street beef energy.
On to Lil Wayne.
Yes.
What happened was...
It's a lot of moving parts with me and Wayne. And it's important to me that I fix that. I will fix that, and one day, you know, I brought him in the game before his biological still living. I was a father for him.
December 4th, 2014, the day the entire hip-hop world watched a family fall apart in real time. After 2 decades of loyalty, love, and shared success, Lil Wayne finally broke his silence. Not in private, not behind closed doors, but out in the open on Twitter, where millions could see the truth spill out, raw and unfiltered. Wayne blasted Birdman, accusing him of flat-out refusing to release the Carter 5, which was supposed to drop December 9th. He didn't sugarcoat a thing. He called himself a prisoner and said straight up he wanted off the label. No subliminals, no mystery shots. This was a public declaration of war. Wayne was tired of waiting, tired of trusting, tired of being played. He wanted his freedom, and he wanted everyone watching to know exactly who was holding him back.
On some ego, to be honest with you. And I just think, for the business, I ain't gonna let it rest like that. I ain't gonna let the game go when we be on different sides of the coin. I ain't gonna allow it.
That tweet hit hip-hop like an earthquake. The idea that the father and son duo of rap, the very core of Cash Money Records, were beefing out in the open had fans and artists losing their minds. Just 2 days later, at Vice's 20th anniversary party, Wayne took the mic and laid it all bare in front of a live crowd. He told fans, "I'm in a bad situation, but I'll be free soon." You could hear the pain in his voice. This wasn't about business anymore. This was deeply personal. The man he once called daddy for over 20 years had now become the gatekeeper holding his career hostage.
In a minute, it all gonna self-explain itself, and I ain't come here to explain that. I just came here to be a part of your show, and it's nothing I can't really explain, but in due time, what I can tell you is, at some point in life, you're gonna see me and Wayne working together again.
By January 2015, Wayne turned that pain into fuel. He dropped the mixtape, Sorry for the Wait 2, a double message to fans and his former mentor. On the surface, it was a gift for listeners waiting on the Carter 5. But underneath, it was a full-on declaration of war against Cash Money and Birdman himself. Wayne wasn't just rapping, he was venting years of betrayal through every bar. On the track Coco, Wayne spit with fire. "All I got is young money, no more cash." That line said it all. Wayne was done being part of Birdman's empire. He was ready to burn bridges, walk away, and rebuild everything from scratch. The love was gone, and the war had officially begun.
What do you think about Wayne wanting to leave Cash Money?
I wouldn't know. That's only he know what's going on with his wallet and what he's supposed to have or whatever. So I wouldn't know. They've been together a long time.
That bar said everything. Lil Wayne wasn't hinting, he was announcing. Cash Money was officially the ops, and Young Money was now his own army. The loyalty was dead, the respect was gone, and the split was about to get ugly, legally and publicly. On January 25th, 2015, Wayne took it to court, filing a massive $51 million lawsuit against Cash Money Records. He accused the label of breach of contract, claiming Birdman withheld the Carter 5 and refused to pay millions in unpaid royalties owed to him. Wayne didn't just want his money, he wanted freedom. He asked to fully terminate his deal and take his Young Money artists, including Drake and Nicki Minaj, out the door with him. That was a power move.
Y'all kissed in the mouth, bro, forever. Like that's like y'all are forever known as the hip hop couple who kissed each other in the mouth. Like whenever people talk about weird things we've seen in hip hop and how hip hop has gotten so strange and people are accepting of it, that's one of the things they always bring up.
Wayne's manager, Cortez Bryant, didn't stay quiet either. He went public, calling out Birdman and saying Wayne had carried the label on his back for over a decade, only to get betrayed in the end. In a Rolling Stone interview that February, Wayne admitted things were beyond repair. He said he and Birdman weren't even speaking anymore, calling the Carter 5 a dead subject. The heartbreak in that statement said it all. The love was gone. Then Wayne took it straight to the mic. On March 14, 2015, during a Young Money cypher, he fired shots at Birdman, dropping lines about hitting him up like he's Tupac to his daddy. The tension was electric. Just a few weeks later at an April 2nd show in Jacksonville, Wayne had the crowd roaring as he yelled, "F Cash Money." It was loud, raw emotion, no filter. Things kept heating up. Birdman publicly insisted the relationship wasn't dead, but Wayne's bars told a different story. On May 26, 2015, he dropped a verse on A$AP Rocky's M's, spitting "Ain't no more CM," making it crystal clear the bridge was burned for good.
Lil Wayne did it. And, I remember I interviewed Terrence Gangsta Williams, and he said he hates that Wayne does that, but it's not like he could really say anything. He's like, but that's not us. He's New Orleans, uptown.
I can't stand it. We didn't grow up gangbanging.
What started as a partnership built on love and now turned into one of hip-hop's most public and painful breakups, and Wayne wasn't backing down for a second. The war between Lil Wayne and Birdman only got messier. The money, the lawsuits, the tension, everything was spinning out of control. Birdman even went after Jay-Z and Tidal, suing them for $50 million over the streaming rights to Thigh Carter 5. It looked like he was trying to block Wayne's new bag at every turn. Then came the chaos in Miami. On July 12, 2015, Birdman allegedly threw a drink at Wayne during one of his performances. Straight up public disrespect. Fans couldn't believe it. Things that once looked like friendly competition were turning into a dangerous feud that could have gone way further than music. But just when everyone thought the relationship was beyond repair, a surprise twist hit. On New Year's Eve 2016, the two were spotted performing together at Drake's party in Miami, laughing, vibing, calling each other family again. Birdman even called Wayne his son on stage, just like the old days. The crowd went crazy thinking maybe, just maybe, they'd buried the beef. But the peace didn't last long. The smoke wasn't clear. He was just hidden behind the cameras. By March 28, 2016, Wayne filed another massive $40 million lawsuit, this time against Universal Music Group, accusing them of funneling Young Money profits from Drake, Nicki, and the whole roster to pay off Birdman's debts. That was wild. Wayne felt like everyone was eating off his hard work but him. And he wasn't staying silent. In May 2016, on Chance the Rapper's No Problem, Wayne sent a clear warning to any label trying to block his shine, rapping like a man with nothing left to lose. Later that same month at a Denver rally, he shouted "Cash Money" in anger, letting everyone know the beef was still hot. By September 2016, the stress hit heavy. Wayne even hinted at retirement, saying he felt defeated by the never-ending battle. He accused Birdman of pocketing $70 million out of a $100 million advance that was supposed to go toward Young Money. The judge even ordered Birdman to open his books and show where all that money went. The public watched in shock as a father-son bond, one that built an empire from the trenches, fell apart in real time. Wayne's pain was written all over his face during interviews and performances. The man who once shouted, "That's my daddy," with pride, was now calling Birdman out for betrayal, on stage, on record, and in court. The empire they created together was collapsing, and the only thing left between them was money, mistrust, and memories of what used to be. Even while Birdman was out in interviews talking about hope for reconciliation, behind the scenes, the whole situation was spiraling into something darker, way more dangerous. It was clear now, this beef wasn't just about business. The legal war had turned into a full-blown fight for freedom. Back in January 2015, Lil Wayne officially filed that $51 million lawsuit against Cash Money Records, naming Birdman and Ronald Slim Williams as defendants. He wasn't just asking for money, he wanted out. Wayne demanded a full release from the label and termination of his contract, saying Cash Money straight up breached their agreement by refusing to release Thigh Carter 5 even after he had delivered the album completely finished. But that wasn't the only issue, not even close. Wayne said he was supposed to receive an $8 million advance for recording Thigh Carter 5, plus another $2 million upon completion, but didn't get part of it. That's a $10 million promise, barely touched. It was wild. Wayne also claimed he was owed his 49% ownership stake and full profit share in Young Money, which was part of the original deal from day one. He said he never received royalty statements or accounting reports for Drake's massive success, and we're talking about hundreds of millions in revenue. On top of that, Wayne accused Cash Money of skipping quarterly $200K overhead payments and a $1 million escrow deposit that was supposed to fund Young Money's operations. And it got even uglier. Wayne said the label was running unauthorized marketing campaigns, spending money without his approval, and cutting him out of creative control over his own projects. For an artist like Wayne, that felt like total disrespect, like being trapped inside a machine he helped build but no longer owned. At that point, Wayne wasn't just angry, he felt imprisoned, both creatively and financially. He said Birdman had shifted focus to other artists like Young Thug, using Wayne's success and name to cover old debts. To Wayne, That was the ultimate betrayal, foul play from someone he once trusted with everything. The motives were clear-cut. Wayne had carried Cash Money on his back for over a decade, generating billions for the label. Yet now, he claimed he'd been underpaid, overlooked, and locked out of his own legacy. The man who built the empire was now fighting to take it back piece by piece. These lawsuits dragged on for years, holding Wayne's career hostage. The Carter V, originally set to drop in 2014, got delayed again and again, finally releasing in September 2018, but only after the dust settled and a settlement came through that let Wayne release it independently through UMG. When it finally dropped, fans could feel the emotion, the rage, the pain, and the freedom. But the toll it took on Wayne was obvious. The long fight left him feeling creatively trapped, leading to public outbursts like him shouting Cash Money on stage and firing off diss tracks on Sorry for the Wait 2 and the Free Weezy album, where he went straight at Birdman and the label. He wasn't holding back anymore. Every verse was therapy. By 2016, the stress hit its peak. Wayne even talked about retirement, feeling exhausted from battling the same system he helped make rich. The situation exposed some of the music industry's darkest realities: exploitative contracts, money manipulation, and how easily artists can get trapped in deals that strip away their freedom. Meanwhile, Birdman's reputation took another massive hit. The drama reinforced a long-running pattern, just like Juvenile's $10 million lawsuit years earlier and Manny Fresh's exit over unpaid bread. Courts even ordered Birdman to disclose how the $10 million advance had been spent, forcing investigators to dig deep into Cash Money's financial books. And it wasn't just Wayne feeling the ripple effect. The entire Young Money camp got caught in the fallout. Royalty disputes spread across the roster, stalling projects, freezing checks, and reminding everyone how quickly the empire could crumble when the money stopped flowing right. When Lil Wayne tried to move on and drop new music independently, Birdman wasn't letting go that easy. After Wayne released the Free Weezy album through Tidal in 2015, Birdman clapped back hard, filing a $50 million lawsuit against Jay-Z and Tidal, claiming they didn't have the rights to stream it. It was another power play, another attempt to block Wayne's next move and keep control of the bag. The court responded by ordering financial disclosures, forcing both sides to open their books, and that kicked off years of back-and-forth settlement talks that just couldn't stick. By 2016, things got even pettier when Wayne threw a Rockefeller shout-out in his lyrics, a nod to Jay-Z's camp, and Birdman reportedly took that personally. The bad blood just kept boiling. Wayne's patience was gone. Inside sources said he'd hit his breaking point, that he'd never work with Birdman again, and only wanted his $51 million so he could bounce and move on with his life. But the public couldn't look away. Every time they showed signs of peace, another explosion followed. Little moments of reconciliation, like that 2016 NYE party, gave fans hope. Then it all fell apart again in the same toxic cycle. Finally, after years of courtroom chaos and public drama, it all came to an end. On June 7th, 2018, both sides settled amicably, officially ending one of hip-hop's longest and most emotional legal battles. A court notice of dismissal was filed May 23, 2018, and the news broke publicly in early June, confirming that Wayne, Birdman, Cash Money, and Universal Music Group had all reached a final deal. Wayne reportedly walked away with an 8-figure payout, said to be well over $10 million, according to The Blast. The bag wasn't small, and some reports suggested Universal actually covered the check, not Birdman, expecting to earn it back later from Drake and Nicki Minaj's profits. Still, the exact number stayed a mystery, sealed tighter than the vault at Cash Money HQ. Wayne's lawyer, Ron Sweeney, told reporters the issue was amicably resolved, but admitted they were legally prohibited from revealing the finer details. Whatever went down behind closed doors, one thing was clear: Wayne was finally free, and the storm that had raged for years had finally started to calm. When the dust finally settled, Lil Wayne walked away completely free. No more contracts, no more label chains. Wayne got fully released from Cash Money Records with 0 strings attached. He now owned his masters, his assets, and his entire music catalog going forward. Every track, every lyric, every hit, it was all his. His attorney made it official, confirming Wayne was now his own man, a man who owns his music, his assets, and himself. that hit different for real. With the settlement in place, the long-awaited path to the Carter V was finally cleared. The album dropped on September 28, 2018, and it was a moment. Wayne came back swinging. The project debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, moving 480,000 units in its first week. After years of lawsuits, blockages, and betrayal, that chart-topping release proved one thing loud and clear: Wayne was still the king. The lawsuit era might have closed one chapter, but it opened a new one. Wayne's independence became his superpower. He owned everything, had full creative control, and didn't owe a dime to anybody. In an industry where most rappers never even see their masters, Wayne pulled off the impossible. He freed himself and kept his empire intact. Meanwhile, Cash Money's influence started fading fast. The legal war exposed the dark side of record deals, the manipulations, the control tactics, the way artists get trapped chasing freedom. But it also gave Wayne something priceless: closure. He'd gone from being the face of Cash Money to a living symbol of artistic independence. Still, one question lingered. Could Wayne and Birdman ever really forgive each other after everything? Could that father-son bond ever be rebuilt after years of betrayal, lawsuits, and public humiliation? Then came a surprise moment that nobody saw coming. On August 26, 2018, during Lil Louisiana Fest, Birdman stepped on stage in front of thousands and did the unthinkable. He apologized. Holding the mic, he told the crowd, "I wanted to apologize to my worldwide. We're gonna do this till the day we die." The timing was wild, just months after the settlement, and it felt like a genuine attempt to make peace. For the first time in years, the air between them wasn't filled with tension, just the hope that maybe, just maybe, family could find its way back again.
When Lil Wayne finally dropped the Carter V independently on September 28, 2018, it was more than just an album. It was a victory lap. After years of lawsuits, label battles, and emotional chaos, the project debuted at #1, moving 480,000 units in its first week. Wayne proved he didn't need Cash Money to dominate. He was his own empire now, standing tall on his own name and legacy. Fans have been waiting for the Carter V for years, and when it finally hit, it felt like the end of an era and the start of something new. But behind the scenes, something unexpected was happening too. The ice between Wayne and Birdman was slowly starting to melt. Back in March 2018, they were spotted together at Club LIV and later at Birdman's album release party, showing early signs of a thaw in their cold relationship. But it was the emotional Louisiana Fest apology that made it official. The father and son were genuinely working toward healing. Fast forward to January 2024, and the full circle moment arrived. Wayne and Birdman reunited in the studio, finally ending nearly 9 years of tension. Energy felt different this time, not forced, not for cameras, but real. By May 2025, Birdman even appeared on Nick Cannon's podcast, opening up about discovering Wayne as a kid, their fallout, and the billions their empire generated. He revealed that Cash Money earned over $2 billion thanks to Wayne, Drake, and Nicki Minaj, proof of just how massive their legacy really was. But even with all that healing, some cracks still showed. In July 2024, fans were hyped for a Hot Boys reunion at Essence Fest, but it didn't go as planned. Wayne performed separately after reports surfaced that Birdman had barred Turk from performing. Birdman later clarified there was no beef, saying Wayne only agreed to hit the stage because Birdman personally asked him to. Still, the tension was there, quiet but visible. Then came November 2024, when the full Hot Boys finally reunited at Lil Louisiana Fest. Wayne, Juvenile, Turk, BG, Birdman, Manny Fresh, and Manny Fresh all together performing their classic hits and announcing a mini-tour. Fans went crazy seeing the original crew back together. The nostalgia was real. But by February 2025, the piece showed some cracks again. Viral clips from the Hot Boys tour caught Wayne cutting Birdman off mid-speech in Florida, saying, "All right, let's go." The moment blew up online. Some said it was playful. Others swore the old tension was creeping back. Either way, one thing was clear. Even after all the drama, the bond between them would always carry that mix of love, loyalty, and lingering fire. During one show in North Carolina, a clip went viral showing Birdman appearing to doze off on stage. Fans online instantly started speculating about whether it was exhaustion, age, or some kind of health issue. Social media lit up with jokes and concern, proving that even after all these years, every move from the Cash Money boss still grabs attention. Fast forward to January 2026, and surprisingly, things between Lil Wayne and Birdman are actually calm. No active beefs, no lawsuits, no sneak disses. Just two legends with a long, messy history who finally found some peace. Their relationship seems steady, built around shared legacy rather than drama. They pop up together now and then at shows, reunions, and events, showing that time really can cool down even the wildest storms. Still, the public stays split down the middle. On forums like Reddit and X, formerly Twitter, fans constantly debate whether the reconciliation is real or forced. Some celebrate it, calling it father and son healing for real, while others claim it's just for appearances, pointing back to all the past drama. The old tour bus shooting conspiracy theories still float around, with a chunk of fans still convinced Birdman might have had a hand in it, though nothing was ever proven. Other artists have spoken up over the years too. Back in 2017, Rick Ross dropped the track Idols Become Rivals, a direct shot at Birdman over how he allegedly mistreated Wayne. Ross didn't hold back, rapping, "Catholic record labels getting bored. Birdman's a priest, and I pray you find kindness in your heart for Wayne. His entire life he gave you what there was to gain." Wayne reposted the song and publicly thanked Ross for having his back. Former Cash Money artists like Juvenile, Turk, Manny Fresh, and BG have all expressed sympathy for Wayne, saying they understand exactly where his frustration came from. They backed up his claims about money disputes and unfair treatment, confirming the label's rocky past. As for the infamous kissing photo that once had everyone talking, those same artists brushed it off as street family love, saying that in their world, it wasn't anything strange or inappropriate. It was just part of the tight-knit culture they came from, loyalty shown in their own way. Now with the chaos behind them, Birdman and Wayne seem to be focusing on something bigger, their legacy, their impact, and the empire they built together, changed hip-hop forever. I can't stand it. We didn't grow up gang-banging. That quote hits hard, a reminder that for Lil Wayne and Birdman, this was never supposed to end in violence or beef. Their reconciliation helped soften some of the harsh talk, but let's be real, skepticism still runs deep. Fans continue to point out those little awkward moments, like Wayne cutting off Birdman mid-speech during shows. The vibe is cool on the surface, but everyone can feel it. Trust isn't fully healed yet. That kind of betrayal, mixed with millions of dollars and rumors of violence, takes years to recover from. Still, when you look at the aftermath, the truth is layered. Wayne came out stronger, independent, free, and in full control of his art. He owns his masters, his catalog, his legacy. Every new track he drops now builds on his foundation, not someone else's. Meanwhile, Birdman kept his business alive, though the Cash Money empire doesn't shine like it used to. The spotlight moved. Young money stars like Drake and Nicki Minaj ended up outgrowing the parent label, flipping the power dynamic entirely. This whole feud cracked open the music industry for what it really is, a machine that often exploits artists through shady 360 deals, hidden fees, and endless recoupment traps. Wayne's struggle became a warning and a wake-up call, sparking conversations everywhere about artist rights, contracts, and what real mentorship should look like in the game. Wayne's fight wasn't just personal, it was revolutionary. His victory inspired other artists to stand up, demand fair treatment, and take control of their art. But it came at a heavy cost. Years of delayed music, a broken father-son bond, and accusations that nearly tore their legacy apart. In the end, though, both men made a choice, not revenge, forgiveness. Whether that forgiveness runs deep or just for the cameras, only they know. But one thing's for sure, empire they built together almost destroyed them both, yet somehow they still standing.
If you vibing with this story, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more wild hip-hop breakdowns. Drop your thoughts below. Do you think the Wayne and Birdman's piece is real or just business? And make sure to check out the suggested videos on your screen. We'll see you in the next one.